Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Eastern Central Racing Association. Here we are, round 12 at Kentucky Speedway. Boy, they've got a beautiful night out here tonight for racing. 78-degree air temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour. Track temperature is only 80 degrees. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And click that notification bell if you want to know the moment we go live. And the guys, they're running 75% fuel, as many tires as they want. Only one faster pair, though, and 2 shots at a green-white checker for 130 laps here at this 1.46-mile facility. And before we head down on the track, we definitely want to give a shout-out to our broadcast sponsor, ButtKicker. Don't forget to check out their link in the description for all their great products. ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. And also, before we head on down to the track, let's take a look at the standings here. Hey, I told you there's going to be a lot of movement. Here we go. Justin Lesher back to the top there. Brian Kozad, 64 behind. How about Travis Kwiecinski? We told you he had a lot of work to do, and he still has quite a bit to do there. He's up into the 3rd spot, but wow, look at that deficit. 300 points behind the leader. And so he's definitely got some work to do for sure. Even over 200 points behind second place Kozad. But he definitely has a few more races to go. And before we give up hope on that. So he's got a lot that he can do. And and then you see Matthew Chase there in the 4th spot. Corey Boone up 2 into that top 5. Garrett Kaiser 6th. And 7th we have Matthew Dunn. Stephen McComas there at 8th. David Meacham there in 9th spot. And Levi McFarland up 2 spots into the top 10. And you see the rest of the top 20 there. They moved up and down the order there. And like I said, we do have a few more races to go before we this whole season is over. Because not today, we're at Kentucky, and they'll be doing North Wilkesboro, Talladega, Michigan, the Glen, Richmond, and Atlanta, and that final race June the 16th. And let's head on down on the track here. Let's see how much time we got left. About 5 minutes left there. Let's see who's on track there. Looks like there's Matthew Dunn. And right now he looks like he's about he's 4th fastest there. 29.471. There's the 5 of Jeff Carter. Currently 5th fastest. Who else is out there? Levi McFarland. He's currently 11th fastest, 29.649. A few more guys out on the track. There's John Hopley. Currently 16th fastest. There's David Carter, and he's 20th fastest right now at 30.093. The 7 machine is Shane Christie. He's 19th quickest. Let's see who else is out there. There's Carl Rourke. He's 7th fastest at the moment, 29.573. It looks like we've got looks like we have exactly 20 cars in the field tonight in the server. And with about 4 minutes to go, that might be everybody that shows up tonight. So we'll see how things go here. We're getting the latecomers coming in here. And before we roll over to qualifying, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association round number 12 here at Kentucky Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Here we go. It's just about to go away. The bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, the old clock on the wall says it is time for qualifying, and the session is switching over to the qualifying session, and we're going to head on down on the track here and wait for some guys to come out. Of course, you know, it's a single car qualifying. You only see one at a time, and as they go out on the track, there's Carl Rourke there, and let's go ahead and follow Carl on out here. One of the first to get out there. We'll go ahead and bring up the timing tower so we can see if anybody else came out before him and put down their first hot lap. 2 hot laps here, and he's out on his out lap. There he crosses the line here to start his first hot lap here. Kentucky, nice wide track. Plenty of lines to run here. Looks like he'll be one of the first ones to put a time on the board. Meacham's already there with the 29.53. Let's see what Rourke gets here as he crosses the line. Kozad also on the board. And he is third fastest, 29.735. I think David Meacham, he was the first guy to put a time up, so this should be his second hot lap. Kozad, I think, is right behind him. So we'll watch those two cross the line here. Meacham in second fastest right now, 29.536. Let's see if he improved that. Yes, he does, 29.483. But he was still second, and Brian Kozad, he actually did not improve his time, but he's still on provisional pole at the moment. There's Levi McFarland, fourth fastest. Travis Kuzminski, currently sixth fastest with the 29.639. See if we can move up a little higher in the order as he completes his qualifying run. And he just got bumped to seventh, but then he jumps up to fourth, 29.507. And a lot of guys have already done their time. There's Brian Dobert, he's 12th fastest. Let's see, David Carter. He doesn't have a time yet. And this may be his first timed lap or his first start of his first hot lap. Let's see what happens when he crosses the line here. Yeah, that looks like that's the start of his first hot lap. We'll see what kind of speeds they're getting here going down the back stretch. So just about 3 minutes into qualifying here. And I was looking up at something. I totally missed the top speed there, but let's see as he crosses the line what his first time lap will be. And he crosses the line, and he is right now 18th fastest at 30.473. try to pick that up. See if we can improve on that 18th starting position. About 185 there at the, as they go into turn 3. Here he comes now to complete his qualifying run, trying to move up from that 18th starting position. He crosses the line. Does he improve his time? Yes, he does, but he doesn't improve his position. Now 30, almost a 30-second flat, 1/100ths. I'm sorry, 1,000ths of a second. So very close to a perfect 30-second lap there. And let's see, not too many more left and to qualify. So while we're waiting for everybody to wrap up, waiting for the session to end, we'll go ahead and pause here for our national anthem. All right, the cars are coming out, lining up on the grid, Le Mans style. And as they're coming out, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting order here. On the pole, we have Brian Kozad. Starting second is Justin Lesher. There they are right there. The top two right at the front. David Meacham starting third. Levi McFarland in the fourth starting position. Fifth, we've got Travis Kwizwinski. Stephen McComas sixth. Seventh, we have Matthew Dunn. Then we have Justin Williams in the eighth spot. Greg Martin, 9th, Garrett Kaiser, 10th, Carl Rourke in the 11th position. Then we have Jeff Carter, 12th spot. And 13th, we have Bob Johnson, Kyle Martin, 14th, Brian Dobert, 15th, Shane Christie in the 16th position. We have John Hopley, 17th, David Carter, 18th, Matthew Chase, 19th, and rounding out the field is Travis Eccles in the 20th position. And they're waiting for the countdown clock, the 2-minute countdown timer to conclude, or the minute every single driver is on track, it will automatically send out that pace car. And there he goes. The guys are taking off. Exiting pit road. Getting ready for 130 laps of action here at Kentucky Speedway. Brian Kozad leading down the backstretch. In the middle of turns 3 and 4, pace car getting ready to drop off here. There goes the pace car, and we're waiting for that green flag. Waiting. Boy, it's getting to be close. There we go. We got the green, and we're racing here at Kentucky. Meacham right there on the tail. of Kozad right there. How about Justin Lesher on the high side? He's got Levi McFarland right there behind him. Everybody gets away cleanly. Brian Kozad still your leader. He's on that high side. Lesher's going to try to see if he can drive under him here. Who's going to get that first lead the first lap? I think it's going to be Lesher as he crosses the line. He will take the lead the first lap of the race, now on lap 2. Trying to get a little bit of light between him and Brian Kozad. How about David Meacham? He is right there. Levi McFarland, boy, right up there with him. And right behind him there's Justin Williams leading that crew right behind them. There's the 04 Carl Rourke. They come to the line to start lap 4. Actually, they're on the backstretch. Just on lap 3. My bad. And it was indeed only 20 cars. No one else that came in, and it was 20 that started the race. So we'll actually be able to see the entire field on the main timing towers section. Rourke there, he's getting a bit of a challenge there from Stephen McComas in the 70 machine. Up the front, Brian Kozad, he's now back to the 4th spot. David Meacham there is in 3rd. Levi McFarland up into the 2nd position, trying to run down the 8 of Justin Lesher. Boy, he's got a little work to do there. Lesher almost 0.7 of a second ahead of the 11 machine. Good to see Levi running up there. You know, we've seen him get caught up in some bad wrecks here the last few weeks. You know, nice to see him up front in some clean air. See what he can do in that 11 machine here tonight. And boy, he's putting some distance between him and David Meacham. Also another driver that's had a little bit of bad luck here, and nice to see him running up the front there. Brian Kozad, oh boy, he's being challenged by Justin Williams. Williams on the high side as they come to the line. Williams, he will take that 4th position from Kozad. 70 of Stephen McComas taking a peek on the high side, ran out of room. There's Carl Rourke looking down on the inside. Got the 55, Matthew Dunn right behind them. Dunn sizing up the situation in front of him, seeing where he might go. Plenty of room here at Kentucky. I love big wide tracks like this. And 3 wide's very easy. You could probably even do 4 wide if you really wanted to. But a lot of room to race. Dunn trying to see if he can get up there past Rourke. I don't think he's going to make it happen, or maybe, let's see, Rourke, he's going to hold him off, or try to anyway. There's the 22 of Craig Martin. He doesn't know what to do. He's watching those two like, oh boy, do I dare stick my nose in there? I think I'll stay on the high side. Lesher is still your leader by 0.7 of a second. McFarland in 2nd there. Everybody's still spread out pretty good here. Look a little further back. There's Bob Johnson comfortably in the 12th spot right now. Shane Christie right behind him in that 7 machine running 13th. He's got Kyle Martin pretty close. Nice battle going on here. John Hopley in the 99. Travis Kwizwinski. Travis, he needs to get up there. He's over 300 points behind the leader, and he definitely needs to get up to the front if he can. And right now he's got Brian Dober to worry about, trying to hold on to that 16th spot there. Dober taking a look on the high side there as they go to the line. I mean, trying his best to get it, but I think Chris Winsky might just hold on here as they have that drag race down the backstretch. And they continue to battle. Meanwhile, up the front, Justin Lesher, he still has a nice gap between him and Levi McFarland. McFarland, he's comfortably in that 2nd spot, though. He's just over 0.5 seconds ahead of David Meacham. Meacham trying to close in right about 0.5 seconds there, trying to close in on that 11 car. And he's also, he's 1.3 seconds ahead of Justin Williams. Justin up in that 4th spot. But he does have Stephen McComas right there breathing down his back. We're now 10 laps in the book, make it 11. McComas maybe thinking that I want to try to go under the 26 here. He's going to pull the trigger and go for it. And trying to pull off that pass. Williams is hanging tough on the high side there. There's Brian Kozad. He's creeping up on him there with Matthew Dunn. Dunn, he's going to try to drive under the 87. Boy, he got, look at Carl Rourke there, almost got into the 55. Maybe it was more space than what it looked like. I think the angle we were looking at it, thought he was about to get right into that 55, though, and he's right there. Man, oh, boy, that's some close racing there. Carl Rourke getting squeezed up to the wall. And Jeff Carter, he's back there in fifth. It's like, things are getting a little dicey right here. But they're getting down with the program here, folks. They're not playing around. Back up the front, there's Babe Meacham. He's getting closer to the 11 machine of Levi McFarland. Now only 0.2 of a second. Now on lap number 13. Lesher continues to enjoy it. Now that gap is 1.4 seconds ahead of McFarland. And so far, McFarland, he's trying to maintain that 0.2 of a second gap to Meacham. Meacham caught him on that backstretch there. Here they go through turns 3 and 4. Let's see what happens this time when they come to the line and go down to turn 1. I think he's going to make a go for it, folks. McFarland clearly out in front as they cross the line. Is Meacham going to be close enough to really do the pass here? He just might. McFarland's got a lot of momentum on that high side, though, and oh boy, they're going to be door-to-door coming off of turn 2 here. Drag race down the backstretch, battling for that second position. Meacham's got a nose out front. I think he's going to go ahead and get it there from the 11 for the time being anyway. David Meacham now into that second position. And here goes Levi McFarland trying to fight back. Trying to return the favor as they go to the line here and go down in turns 1 and 2. Not quite close enough really to get a run on the 13 though. Had to feather that throttle just a little bit and stay off the wall. Still a long ways to go. And Levi is in a very good position. And another good thing, the leader is way out there. He's 2.2 seconds ahead, but at least they can still see him for the moment. So he hasn't totally gotten away from him. And the less they battle with each other, maybe the less he will get away from him. Because you know how it is. When you start battling with another car, you're actually losing time to the guy in front. Let's look a little further back here. There's Justin Williams, Matthew Dunn. Dunn trying to make a move on the 26 here as they go into turn 3. Give a shout out to the folks in the chat there. Thank you for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoy the race. Everybody cheering for their favorite driver out there. I think that's some McFarland fans out there. McFarland, he's in the third spot there now. David Meacham, trying to catch up to the 13. And that gap is, it was a little over 2 seconds now. It's right at 2. So Lesher, he's still out the front, but he's not exactly marching away from them anymore. You can just barely see Meacham right there as Lesher comes out of turn 2. But he is there, and there's McFarland behind him. And we're gonna watch these guys zoom by for a moment. Go ahead and crank up your sets for a little crank 'em up session right now. Lap 21 now. There's Kyle Martin. He's battling with the 93 of Krzyzewski right there. Battling for that 13th spot. Now, Krzyzewski, he's not going in the direction he wants to go right now. There's who is that right in front of him there? Garrett Kaiser, Carl Rourke in the 04 machine. And nobody's been in the pits yet. Let's see. John Hopley is a lap down. Not sure what happened to John. Oh, actually, he did pit. We missed that. He went in the pits on lap 16. So here's your first green flag pit stop here. He's only one lap down. And so we'll see how far your leader continues on. There's Lesher right there. He's got Hopley only 2.5 seconds ahead of him. But Hopley has those fresh tires as well. And you can see there on the relative, he's starting to inch away from the leader there just a little bit. Probably kind of getting into that window where the fresh tires, even on the guy who's running a little slower, still able to march away from the leader at the moment. David Meacham still in that second spot now. That gap is just under 2 seconds now, 1.9. Brian Kozad's now up to the third spot. He's gotten past Levi McFarland. McFarland still hanging in there right in that fourth position. And, boy, he is 3 seconds ahead of Matthew Dunn. Dunn is right there. He did get past the 26, Justin Williams. Williams under a lot of pressure there from Jeff Carter. Carter taking a look on the inside. He is going to move into that seventh position. I'm sorry, there he is right there. Jeff Carter, the 5 machine. He's got Williams right on his tail. I think Williams will try to return the favor here as they go into turn 3. See if he can get that 6th position back. I think he had to check up there for just a moment. Keep from getting into the 5. Now 25 laps in the books. Let's see. There's Travis Krzyzewski. He slid back a ways. Now he's made his way back up to inside the top 10, running 10th at the moment. He's got Stephen McComas, I think he had just passed. And they both him and Krzyzewski have lost 5 positions since the start of the race, so they got some work to do. Garrett Kaiser, he's only lost 2. So he wants to get back to where he was. Kyle Martin, look at this group right here. Martin gained 1 spot there. Matthew Chase, it looks like he gained 5 positions from the start of the race. Trying to make a move on Martin right there. They go down in the turn, I believe that's turn 2. He's got the 42 machine, Brian Dobert right there behind them. And these guys are pretty close here. There's Carl Rourke there and David Carter. Then you have the 22 Craig Martin back there. So it looks like about the top 4 have stretched themselves out amongst each other and then also moved away from the main body of the field there as well. Justin Lesher's on the other side of the track there, still leading, still yet to pit. Now, still followed by David Meacham. And Brian Kozad still in that 3rd position, followed by the 11 machine of Levi McFarland. And right now, very comfortable gap there. You probably maybe working on just saving those tires, trying to make this stint last as long as possible. Probably keeping an eye on what the leader is going to be doing here when he's going to stop. And right now he's 6 seconds behind Lesher. But still very comfortably in that 4th position. Let's see, there's Justin Williams. Everybody's starting to space out just a little bit now. Now he's actually only 1.8 seconds ahead of Carter. I'm sorry, behind Jeff Carter. There's Carter right there in the 5 machine. And other than those 2, let's see, like 7th and 8th, there's Shane Christie. He's fairly, he's not, if you look at it on the track map, he looks like he's closer than that. But After that, the folks are really starting to spread out here just a little bit. Now let's go back to 9th and 10th. There's Bob Johnson. And he just saw him out of the picture. There's Travis Kraswinski still running in the 10th position. Nobody else has pitted other than John Hopley yet. So we're going to see what happens here. I think they're running 70% fuel. And not sure how many laps they can get with that. But everyone continues on here. Lesher's already started lap 31. I think Matthew Chase, he just got by Brian Dover for that 14th position. And boy, they're all racing hard right there. That was a 71. Boy, he got up close to the wall there. That was David Carter. No, that wasn't David Carter. It was somebody else I saw. I think it was a dark car. Couldn't see the number. Who is that up there? That is, not sure who that is right there in front of him. Oh, they said 71 on it there. Oh, the 70. I'm sorry, the Stephen McComas. That's who it was. Yeah. Yeah, he was almost flirting with the wall there, right behind the 42 there, Brian Dobert. Boy, he's got the 71 David Carter there. You can't see him, but he's right down there to the inside. Now he's finally pulled ahead of him just a little bit. Now you can see the 71 Comas right now holding on to that spot. John Hopley, he still remains the only driver to have come in, pitted on lap 16. And I don't know if he really had to pit, or we don't have any reports of anyone really crashing or anything like that. I don't see any red flagged reports in my data here. So for whatever reason, he did. He's dead last there in 20th spot though. He'll definitely be out of cycle with everybody else as this race progresses. We'll see what happens later on in the race here. And further up in the order, there's Justin Williams still running in the 7th spot. That gap is a little over 2 seconds. Once again, Justin Lesher back to David Meacham here. And he's got 2 seconds on Brian Kozad. Kozad, he's starting to open up a bit of a gap himself. 4 seconds back to Levi McFarland, who's still holding on to about a 3-second gap himself. Back ahead of the 55, Matthew Dunn. Now, Dunn not as comfortable there. He's got Jeff Carter in the 5 machine starting to work in on him there. We're on lap 36 of 130. Less than 100 laps to go. Can you believe it already? And let's see. Travis Eccles, he is running. Now, he is a lap down as well now, and he's in the lucky dog position. He just got lapped by Justin Lesher. There's Lesher up there in front of him. So he's the first car to go a lap down on the track because Hopley lost his lap when he was in the pits. So Travis, he's rolling along there. And 1.2 seconds ahead of second place David Meacham. Now, Travis, along with really everybody else other than Hopley, has not pitted yet. A little further back in the order, there's Shane Christie in that 7 machine. And right now he's got, that's Justin Williams there. He's trying to go past the 26 there, and Williams is fighting him off. Trying to fight him off anyway. Drag race down the backstretch. Christie trying his best to get that position from the 26. And Williams, he just surges into turn 3. They get close coming off of 4 here. They come to the line. They're neck and neck up, but go ahead and give it to Shane Christie. He got a nose out in front for leading that lap. Oh boy, they're really close there. For a minute, I thought he was directly behind him. It was optical illusion. He's still on the high side there. So they're having a good battle there. Let's look a little further back. Krzyzewski, he actually lost a spot. Now back to the 11th position. He's got Matthew Chase right there. And getting closer and closer to the 93, only just under 0.3 of a second there. Trying to see if he can work in on Krzyzewski here. I believe Justin Lesher has led every lap. We got somebody else coming in. Brian, where is he? There he is. Brian Kozad, second green flag pit stop of the evening, making his way down pit road. So you know he's going to lose a lap here. Right now it's just Eccles, Rourke, and Hopley. Rourke also got lapped by your leader, Justin Lesher. Probably, and they have unlimited tires, so no doubt he's putting tires and fuel in. And here comes the leader, Justin Lesher, on the very next lap. You know he's going to keep pace there. And Levi McFarland, he stays out as the rest of the leaders come in. Matthew Dunn also coming down pit road. A whole slew of drivers coming in. There's Jeff Carter coming in there. Kyle Martin, he stayed out. Justin Williams, he's making his way down pit road. Garrett Kaiser, they're right behind him. McFarlane, he's on the back stretch. Let's see if how far he's gonna stretch this. Because you know how it is. Well, those guys that you're in the same group with, more or less, once they pit, their tires are gonna be a lot fresher, and whatever advantage you've had, you're gonna slowly start to lose it. You know, once they get out there, and he definitely doesn't want to. Well, he'd probably love to see a caution right now. Have those guys trapped a lap down. But everybody's so spread out, there's a very little chance, and we very well could go checker to checker here. I mean, flag to flag. McFarland continues to stay out, trying to get some points here. Now, I tell you, they're on lap 44, and he would not be able to stay out long enough to catch up on the number of laps. And there goes, Lesher just went by him. And Lesher just unlapped himself. And I tell you, McFarland, he better think about getting in the pits now, because the advantage that he had, he's going to quickly lose it now that the leader has passed him. And if he had pitted like the lap directly after after Lesher had pitted, who knows, he might have maintained that lead and still had the fresher tires. But as it stands now, he's coming in here. And Lesher, he is currently in the 8th spot. You can see him on the track map. Middle of the backstretch, and there's McFarland coming down pit road there, and he's already lost 5 positions. You know, other guys already on track, and he's going to come to pit here, and Lesher is going to, as he's getting to his pit box, there's Lesher. He goes right on by. Shane Christie, he's one of the guys still yet to pit. He's coming in right now, so he'll be relinquishing the lead. Next is Matthew Chase. He's staying out. And let's see, who else is staying out? Kyle Martin, he's staying out. Already saw Christie. Travis Eccles right now, he's staying out as well. Right now, Eccles has got his lap back, but now he's about to come in and get that pit. He's going to have to pit. You know, probably end up losing that lap because your leader's going into turn 3 as we see Travis come down pit road here. There's Craig Martin on his way out. Currently in the 19th spot, and he's going to look at all the cars a lap down. Looks like we've got about 7 cars right now. So make that 6 cars on the lead lap. That would be David Meacham. Meacham, let's see. He stopped on lap 41, and everybody else behind him is 1 lap down, and right now he is actually 22 seconds himself behind the leader. As they continue to cycle around here, Matthew Chase continues to lead here. And both him and Bob Johnson are the only two who have yet to pit. So they're definitely playing a long game here. They're going to really try to stretch this thing out. And let's see, where's there's Johnson. He's finally going to come in. Boy, Matthew Chase, he stayed out. And trying to see where Lesher is in relation to him. There he is, and there's Lesher. Lesher's about 9 seconds behind your leader, Matthew Chase. And I think, yeah, there goes Chase now. He's about to come down pit road. Go ahead and take her on in there. Fill her up for fresh Goodyear tires there for the number 9 machine. And as he does that, there's your leader once again, Justin Lesher, in the 8 car. 3.9 seconds ahead of now Brian Kozad, who's in the 2nd position. David Meacham was running 2nd. Now he's back to 3rd. Let's see, Matthew Chase is showing in 4th, but he's on pit road. Jeff Carter just moved up into the 4th position. Levi McFarland is a little further back there. He rounds out your top 5. And then you have the Justin Williams a little bit further back in 6th position. And boy, the guys, they are really spread out quite a bit. And let's go back to 9th position. John Hopley, he's got a battle there with Krzyzewski. Not for long, though. Krzyzewski goes right on by. And Hopley, remember, he pitted on lap 16. So, you know, his tires are probably already going away on him. And Krzyzewski pitted on lap 42, much fresher tires. Easily picks up that 9th position. He's got 8th place Matthew Dunn directly in front of him there, 1.6 seconds ahead. And Dunn, he's trying to catch Garrett Kaiser. And there's Kaiser right there. Kaiser trying to keep that 55 car behind him. $53 laps in the books here tonight. Currently, there's your leader, Justin Lesher. Now, some more of these guys have unlapped themselves here, you know, during this these pit stops here. Now we're showing 10 on the lead lap. I think at one point we saw it was like maybe 6 or 7. But everybody is on like slightly different cycle here. Like 10th, there's Shane Christie, and he's really kind of just barely on the lead lap. On, I think he's about to go that lap down once again. He's like 30 seconds behind the leader directly behind him. And Christie, he stopped on lap 45, and Lesher stopped on lap 41. So yeah, his tires are 4 laps younger. And let's see if he can hold on. Oh boy, Lesher popped out there for just a little bit. Christie trying to hold on and stay on that lead lap. Well, I tell you, Justin Lesher, he has got that 8 car hooked up tonight, though, folks. Man, he is like 4.8 seconds ahead of Brian Kozad at the moment. And I mean, he is, I don't know if you'd say cruising along or not, but he's definitely got the hammer down and putting on a clinic here tonight so far. Christie so far is managing to stay on the tail end of the lead lap. Justin Lesher obviously trying to do what he can to get by the 7 machine. Might even be using him for a little drafting there, just to maintain that gap. Gap is now 5 seconds back to Kozad. A little further back, there's Levi McFarland. He's got lap car of Eccles directly behind him, Eccles and Rourke. So he's no pressure there. He is 29 seconds behind the leader, though, running now in the 5th position. We are on lap 57. And continue to race along here. A little bit. There's Garrett Kaiser in the 7th position. Travis Kozwinski now in that 9th spot. And yeah, this is going to be one of those grueling races, folks, where I think it's they are just going to have to they're just going to be racing along pretty much nonstop because the way the guys are spread out, then I don't see anybody getting a break here, and because this thing is just going to continue on, and they're cranking these laps out. And Justin Lesher, he is continues to lead here, and Christie is right there. He's still trying to catch Shane Christie. Christie managing to stay ahead of him just barely. He's trying his best to catch that 7, and he's got a gap of 6 seconds now. Maybe he's trying to catch him, and maybe he's just kind of trying to preserve those tires and make them last. You kind of hear him there. I heard him kind of getting on and off the throttle there just a little bit. So he definitely may be trying to do something now. John Hopley, he's coming in once again. Another green flag pit stop for Hopley here. Makes his way down pit road. And Hopley, unfortunately, will lose another lap. And did he overshoot? And yes, he did. He just a little bit. Get some more tires. Not able to really make those Goodyears last. Not nearly as long as everybody else. You know, we've seen John Hopley have some strong runs at some tracks, and I guess maybe this track is just not agreeing with him. You know, that happens sometimes. You come to a track and, you know, I mean, you can drive it and everything, but just can't make the tires, you know, last as long as you want them to. Now back on his way back out, still in 20th position, now 2 laps down. And Lesher, he is still, let's see, does he still have Christie still in front of him? That gap is now almost 4/10 of a second. They're all making their way through lap traffic here. And they just went by Hopley there as he's trying to get up to speed there. Chris Winsky, he actually went a lap down. He's in the lucky dog position. He's right there behind the leader, but he's in the 10th spot in the lucky dog position. Matthew Chase is right behind him, 2 seconds back. And they're all in the point now where they're kind of intermixed between lead cars and, you know, some of the cars that are still on the lead lap. Now 8 of them kind of mixing in with the lapped cars here. And so everybody's kind of making their way through. There's Jeff Carter. He's in the 4th position. Levi McFarland, he's mixed back there too as well. And then Justin Williams a little bit further back. He's pretty much by himself right now. He's 3 seconds behind Carl Rourke, who's not on the lead lap. And about almost 3 seconds ahead of Kaiser, who is on the lead lap. And so that's his main battle right now, keeping the gap between him and that 18 car. 64 laps complete here at Kentucky so far. Lesher, and boy, finally getting up there to the bumper there of oh my goodness, what's his name? Christie, yeah. Finally got past Shane Christie. Kind of. There he is. Christie's trying to hold on. And right now he's in the lucky dog position. First car a lap down. Is he going to be able to fight back and get back ahead of Lesher? Boy, let's see what happens here, folks. He's trying his best to get back on the tail end of that lead lap. I don't think he's going to make it. Lesher goes on by. And so he made a great go of it there, folks. He stayed ahead of him for several laps. But right now he's 9th position, first car a lap down. Chris Winsky is 1 second behind him, but it's really starting to increase here quite rapidly. There's Kraswinski right there. It was barely 1 second. Now it's 1.3. And Matthew Chase is giving him all kinds of headache right now. He's very, very close, putting a lot of pressure on the 93. I think he might try to make this pass as they go down the backstretch. Kraswinski, who knows, his tires may be going away on him here. not too much he can do as Chase goes by. Starting to feel the pain just a little bit. And when those tires start going, you definitely know it. You see your pace start to fall off. 68 laps now complete. And there's your leader right there. And now we're showing back to 8 cars on the lead lap. Matthew Dunn, he would be the next guy. There he is right there. He would be the next guy to go a lap down. And then if Lesher were to catch him, then there'd only be 7 cars on the lead lap. Dunn, he pitted on lap 41. Both him and Justin Lesher pitted on lap 41. So even if he pitted the very next lap after your leader, if he was able to stay ahead of him, he would still come out and still be, unfortunately, probably in the same situation he is right now, just ahead of the leader, trying to hold on to the tail end of the lead lap. Barely or half a second between him and your leader, Justin Lesher. Now 70 laps complete. And as they continue to circulate here, we're going to go ahead and take another quick break, and we will be right back. Hey, you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association, round number 12 here at Kentucky Speedway on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
Okay, we're back here at Eastern Central Racing Association, round number 12 here at Kentucky Speedway. And your leader, Justin Lesher, continues to race along here. Now 72 laps complete of 130. And no one else is on pit road at the moment. They've gone just over 30 laps on that set of tires. He pitted on lap 41. So I'm thinking maybe around lap 81, 82 or so, we might see folks starting to come in again here. So maybe about 10 laps, maybe 9 laps from now. And looks like I think he's about to put Garrett Kaiser a lap down. There's Kaiser on the high side, trying his best to, like everybody else, stay on that lead lap. I tell you, but Justin Lesher, he is 5.7 seconds ahead of Brian Kozad. And he definitely has that car working right for him tonight here at Kentucky. David Meacham still in the 3rd spot. They're a ways back. Meacham is 7 seconds back from the leader, but hey, he's running 3rd. And still a good points night for the 13 machine. Jeff Carter there in the 4th spot. He's running along. Levi McFarland still rounds out your top 5, running 5th there. He's about 23 seconds behind the leader, though. And you see on track map, he's going into turn 3, and the leader just came out of turn 2. He's in the middle of the backstretch. So, yeah, he's definitely going to try to do something here. Let's see, look a little further back here. Let's see. There's Shane Christie. We saw him putting up a big effort there to stay ahead of the leader, Justin Lesher, running there in the 8th position. A little further back, there's Kyle Martin. He's running in the 11th spot. He's having a battle there with Travis Kwaswinski, and he's chasing Matthew Dunn right in front of him. The 12 machine chasing down the 55. That is for a position there. 10th and 11 there. They're both one lap down. A couple of cars behind them is actually second place Brian Kozad. So at the moment, we're only showing 6 cars on the lead lap. And Justin Williams very close to almost going down himself. And there's Williams. And he's got the 22 of Martin right behind him. Craig Martin. And then the leader, Justin Lesher, is right there. Lesher, the leader, about 5 seconds or so behind Williams there. And we're here at lap 79, so it'll be interesting to see if your leader comes in the next 2 or 3 laps here. The last time he did a 41-lap stint. And who knows, he probably might can go a little further than that on 7%. You never know. And for a minute there, I thought he was going to drop down. He's getting a little low there, but he continues to stay out. Gap's pretty good, 7.6 seconds back from ahead of Brian Kozad. There's Brian right there. And he's David Meacham is right there, folks. He's managed to catch up with the 87 machine. Boy, really late in the run here, and he's only half a second back from Kozad. So making those tires work pretty good here on this long run. And from looks of it, they'll probably be getting nothing but long green flag runs before they I'm wondering if they have to stop and get tires first, or if their fuel window is making them stop. He's trying to get closer, can't quite get there at the moment. Probably a little harder now that those tires are the way they are, and you have to go quite a ways back to get back to 4th place. Jeff Carter there in the 5 machine. Levi McFarland still in the 5th position. And boy, he's got a nice gap between him and Justin Williams. That's almost 3.5 seconds. There's a 6th place Justin Williams. Also having a good night, trying to see if he can close in on the 11th car. He can see him. That's him right up in front there, that little dot. And sometimes when you finally see the guy that you're trying to catch up to, sometimes it kind of like, it motivates you. And I like it when I'm chasing somebody myself, because you can see what you're doing versus what they're doing and see the line that they're taking. And whatever line that you're taking, you can see directly how it's affecting the gap between the two of you, whether it's hurting you or helping you. And you can say, okay, yeah, I like that. I'm going to keep doing that for the next few laps. So yeah, sometimes it really helps to not just be running by yourself and with nothing, nobody there in front of you to gauge off of. Oh no, he got into the wall there. Nice save. And he's able to continue on. Boy, I bet you that woke him up there, and that did not help his interest there. Carl Rourke is right there, and Rourke, he's not. I thought it was for position, but it's not, because Rourke is in 17th position, a lap down. Williams himself is on the tail end of the lead lap. But he's probably not really racing the 04 that hard. But I tell you, but there's your leader right there, and he's got a beat on both of them. And now lap 185 laps complete. Justin Lesher putting on a clinic here tonight at Kentucky. David Meacham, he continues to have a good night as well. Been running in that top 3 pretty much all evening long. Of course, yeah, things cycle around in those green flag pit stops. But I tell you, if you can't win the race, at least get there second. And right now he's on pace for a pretty good finish. Brian Kozad, though, is starting to cozy up to him there, just under a second now. That 87 is trying to inch a little closer there, see if he can sneak up on the 13 here. And we got some green flag pit stops here. There's Jeff Carter making his way down pit road. Let's turn on the pit lane here, and we can look at some times here. He's in his pit box there. Left side's going on the 5 machine. He's down and away 14.7 seconds for Kozad there. David meets him. Who else is in? There's Justin Lesher, your leader, now coming down pit road. Oh, how about that? Look at that. Williams is right there. Just on the tail end of he just went a lap down. And because the other guys that are on track, but when they come out, oh my goodness. And there's Williams. He slammed on his brakes getting into his box. Lesher gets there. Tires and fuel for the 8 machine. Let's see if he can do a stop quicker than 14.7 here. And 1/10 of a second, 14.8 there. Brian Kozad, he's in. And he was 15.3 seconds. Shane Christie, there's a 7 machine making his way down to his pit box. Hits right on the marks there. Let's see. I think the fastest time I saw was 14.7 so far. Left tides and another 14.8. He matched the Justin Lesher. There's your leader, David Meacham, pitting from the lead. And that might hand the lead to McFarland unless McFarland comes in himself. McFarland currently showing in the 2nd position. It looks like McFarland, he's going to stay out. There he is right there, and he might stay out one more lap to at least get some bonus points for leading a lap. But Matthew Chase now in the 2nd position. Meacham left tires going on there. 15 seconds flat for the number 13 machine. Carl Rourke just hitting his marks spot on there. Krzyzewski with a 14.8 second stop. I haven't seen anybody beat that 14.7 yet. Let's see. I can't see Rourke's time there. I couldn't see what it was that he came up with. It was. I can't see it because there's too many other cars on track. We'll go ahead and turn that off here. And where is it? Boom, there we go. So Justin Lesher back to the front once again. These pit stops cycling around. All right, now showing 8 cars on the lead lap. Now Matthew Chase was on the tail end. He just went a lap down. Williams a lap down already. But Williams McFarland now is a lap down. And the number 12, I think he where is the number 12? Okay, and Martin, he just went 2 laps down. Lap 92.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh boy, we got us a caution here. And let's see. Who is that on? That was Stephen McComas. McComas going around there. Car kind of looks like it's okay. Don't look like it was just a spin. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can see what happened there. And there's Stephen, the 70 car. He's on the high side. Oh, I think that's Matthew Dunn trying to thread the needle there, and they got a little close there, and he just locked the brakes down, and of course that triggered a caution flag. So looks like everybody was okay. And wonder how close that was. Let's go back and take a look and see. We'll slow it down here. Boom. Let's go and let's see if we can find that. Where's the 55 at? There's Matthew Dunn right there. We'll go to the chase here. And I think Dunn, he's going to get ready to shoot between McComas and whoever that other car is down on the inside. And he might have been carrying a lot of momentum there. It might have been closing in on that car, and he was, I got to get up here and get through there. He's going up, and McComas is coming down. Did they even touch? Oh yeah, that was good. That was a net code. Yeah, they just had just enough coming together there, and to cause McComas to get sideways there. And fortunately, that was a 72 of I think Travis Eccles, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that's Dave. Is that Travis Eccles? I think it is 72. Yep. And but fortunately, he did not collect the 72, and plus himself didn't get a whole lot of damage. Let's go ahead and take it live here. So everybody finally gets to catch their breath here just a little bit. And boy, that really helped out a lot of guys, because look at all the cars they got back on the lead lap. And folks are going to get in and get these tires. Lesher, of course, he is your leader. And there's some more folks that stayed out. And I think they're going to be, they might be ahead of the pace car here. I mean, they're ahead of the leader, though, but behind the pace car. So there may be a few more guys that are going to get a wave around with one to go. And it kind of just depends on how long has it been since they stopped. Can they afford to stay out there? Everybody who has decided to stop has stopped. And let's see. Trying to see who's up on behind the pace car. I think it may be the number 12. Kyle Martin. Yes, it is. Lights are still on. They're going to have at least one more lap of caution before they get the one to go. So we'll see what happens here. As they make their way around, we're going to take a quick break and get ready for this restart here, folks. Hey, you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association round 12 at Kentucky Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Okay, folks, you just heard that. The green flag got delayed for whatever reason, and David Meacham, he was your leader, but I don't know why, but something wasn't right, maybe with the way they were laid out there. So, of course, you can see a whole gaggle of cars back there with 8th position, and now that might have been the guys who got the wave around. And there they are racing around now. They're actually going to get to catch up to the main pack of cars, which actually is good for them. And but maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. But so there was a delay there. So right now, David Meacham is your leader. We got Brian Kozad in the second position. Travis Eccles is in the third spot. Now all these guys, all the guys at the front, they all pitted on lap 93, and everybody else is a little bit out of sync there. Let's see, Jeff Carter, he also pitted on 93. Bob Johnson, 93. Garrett Kaiser pitted on lap 85. Levi McFarland on lap 90, and the number is actually going down further and further. How about this, folks? Justin Lesher is showing 19th. And something happened. He's gone. I don't know if it was a connection. We saw him blinking a couple of times. He is out of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Big shocker here tonight, folks. And I'm looking through my reports here to see if I see anything showing anything that happened to Lesher, but I don't see anything whatsoever. I think he just lost. I think he might have just lost his connection there. And I tell you, that's why they race, folks, and that's why they keep on racing, because you never know what's going to happen. And so now it's David Meacham up at the point. Pace car is in once again. Here we go, take two. That was the first caution of the night, and look at how they're all bunched up, and now we're going once again. Lap 98 on the restart here. Brian Kozad right behind Meacham. There's Jeff Carter in the third spot. Travis Eccles in the fourth position. He's fighting to stay up the front there. He's followed by the 76 of Bob Johnson. Now that's 70. I don't think is that the 70. He's not on the lead lap, I don't believe. That's Stephen McComas, and he's actually a lap down, but he's right up there. He's actually 2 laps down, but he's right there with the lead cars. So we got Travis Eccles in fourth, and then Bob Johnson is in the fifth position. Johnson about maybe I'd say 4/10 behind them there. There's Johnson right there in the 76 machine. They got a bunch of, and then they got cars. It's the same situation where there's lapped cars kind of dispersed throughout that field right there. Meanwhile, up the front, David Meacham. He's trying to hang on there. Man, what a stroke of luck here for the 13. And boy, you know he's gonna. We're at lap. Oh, we got a caution. Caution. Let's see what happened here. And what happened? I think it was David Carter, perhaps. And oh my goodness. Let's see. There's Carter. He's down low. Looks like he might be. Is he smoking there a little bit? Oh yeah. Engine damage there for the 71. And oh my goodness, I hate to say it. I think maybe oh yeah, Levi McFarland, he was caught up in it as well. Oh my goodness. Heavy damage on the 11 machine. Oh boy, let's go back and take a look at this and see what happened here. Let's slow it down here. Now there's the Carter. He's a 71 car. And you see him there, the red car, and him and McFarland, they just got together. And I don't think there wasn't any room for the 11 to get by on the high side. And there he is. And then McFarland, he got major damage from running into the back. That's a lot of damage from just running into the back of the 71. You would have thought he had smacked it right into the wall or something. Man, that car's got a lot of damage. But I do believe they have a faster pair. So we'll see what happens here. Let's go ahead and take it live. And he's coming down the pit road. He should have his faster pair because we only had the one caution, which was a spin. And there he goes. He's got it back going once again. McFarland, he's in 11th place. He's still on the lead lap. And so he has survived that second caution calamity right there. And he's going to get back out there and get right back at it. As he makes his way around. Let's see, where's the 71? He used his faster pair as well, David Carter. But he's already a lap down, nowhere close to the lucky dog, so he'll just have to keep on digging there to see if he can, he still can race with some of those guys who are a lap down there and stuff. Meanwhile, David Meacham, he is your leader. And I think they're going to get the one to go this time around. I believe the lights will go out on the pace car. And if it does, that means it'll be lap 104 will be the restart. Needs them keeping a nice even throttle there. We cross the line, and it is it? No, it is not lights out. We have at least one more lap of caution here before we get the one to go. And there's still several folks on pit road. There's Shane Christie making his way down. In this spot, I see the 42 there also already getting Brian Dobert. He's getting tires and fuel, getting ready. Let's see what his I can't see exactly what it is. It's not showing what his was. I can't quite see it. Let's see. Carl Rourke there. He was 15.3. Nobody beat that 14.7 today. Craig Martin, he's on pit road. And left side's going on. Let's see if he can beat that 14.7. I don't remember whose pit time that was, but that seems to be the time to beat here. Oh boy, he's on pit road for a while here. That's not good. May have some damage that is, so we're not going to worry about that. He must have some damage that he's trying to get fixed here. So here comes the field now. He's still sitting there, and then now he's finally going. He stayed as long as he could to get as much work done. And here comes the field now, and they'll probably be getting the one to go. Boy, I tell you, anybody in the chat, if you find out what happened to Lesher, let me know. I'm guessing that maybe it was just a connection. I saw him blink a couple of times, which I wouldn't have really been alarmed about because sometimes you do blink a little bit, but boy, I tell you, we were at a commercial break there and came back, and I looked there, and all of a sudden he was gone. And I know he's majorly disappointed. Boy, that is going to be a major upset in the point standings here, folks. And I don't think it's going to help out Kraswinski, but it's going to definitely going to do something for I believe it was Brian Kozad. Lights are out on the pace car. Those standings there, Kozad, he was only 64 points behind the leader, and of course Kraswinski, he's like over 300. So he might have just handed the lead back to Brian Kozad for sure, for the time being anyway. And the pace car getting ready to come down on the pit road, make their way through turns 3 and 4. Actually be lap 105 on the restart here. Yeah, somebody's saying that he lagged out. So yeah, that was a tough break there for Lesher. Leader.
Green flag.
And we got the green flag once again, and Meacham gonna try to see if he can keep it ahead of the 87 of Kozad. Jeff Carter right there. How about Travis Eccles still there in that 4th spot? These three are spaced out a bit. Boy, Travis Eccles, he is fighting for his life there. There's Bob Johnson 4th. Eccles now in the 5th position. Boy, look at the pressure being put on him by Matthew Chase and Travis Kraswinski. Chase down on the inside. Kraswinski, boy, that is really close there. Eccles trying to hold on as they go down into turn 1. Cars are going all over. Oh, boy, he got really close to, I think that was Kaiser, I believe. I think Eccles might have got squeezed out there just a little bit. There's Matthew Dunn. Now let's see if he can get up underneath the 93. Meanwhile, Meacham up front. He's still fighting for that lead, trying to hold on to keep it ahead of Brian Kozad. Kozad is pretty close, not close enough to do anything right now. He may have Jeff Carter to have to worry about. And Jeff Carter may have Bob Johnson to worry about. And those 4 have separated themselves from the rest of the field just a little bit. or maybe I should say 5, because Matthew Chase is about a second behind Johnson here, but then there's a 1.3 second gap to the rest of the field. There they are. There's Matthew Chase, and actually Matthew Dunn. The two Matthews, they're pretty darn close together. That's where the gap is going to start there. And Krzyzewski, he's back there. He's battling with that's Levi McFarland in 9th position. Garrett Kaiser on the inside. Boy, that was close. Kaiser down on the inside trying to get ahead of the 11, McFarland. That's Krzyzewski right in front of them. McFarland will try to do the undercut there. Or crossover. I think that's the term that you would use a lot of time in stock car racing. Trying to get he doesn't have any room to do anything with Kaiser because Krzyzewski is right there. And now he's going to have to move to the high side, see if he can get past the 93. They go down into turn 3. Meanwhile, Garrett Kaiser, he was able to scoot past both of them into that 7th position. How about Justin Williams back there in the 10th spot? Him and Carl Rourke. Actually, Carl Rourke is not on the lead lap. He's right there, but he's not battling with those guys directly. Meanwhile, up the front, David Meacham, he continues to stay ahead of Brian Kozad and Jeff Carter. And Bob Johnson, he started to tail off just a little bit. He got a little pressure going on there from Matthew Dunn for that position. And then the other Matthew Chase, is right there. Kozad, he's kind of the meat in the sandwich right now. Carter behind him. And meets him in front. And boy, he's trying to draft up. He's trying to see if he can get a run on the 13 here. Meets him making that car a little wide. Didn't give him a whole lot of room there coming out of 4. He'll be able to hold on at least for one more lap here. Meets him running a pretty good defensive line there, and also able to keep up his pace at least enough to make 87 really have to think about it. Here we go down the backstretch. He's going to have the better line through 3 and 4. Let's see what happens here. Meacham going to take that low line. Kozad had a lot of room to work that time, and he does blow right on past the 13 there. Brian Kozad into the lead. That's going to leave Meacham in the 2nd position. Jeff Carter, he is kind of falling back a little bit. It's just over half a second now. Can't really trying to close in on those guys. It's just about 0.6 of a second. Now it is 6.62 back from Meacham there. Only 17 laps remaining here, folks. Here the Matthews right there behind him, Matthew Dunn. How about Bob Johnson? He's coming up there in between the two of them. Took that 5th spot from Matthew Chase. And now the 76 is going to give chase to the 55, see if he can run him down. He hasn't exactly gotten rid of the guys behind him. There's a Chase right there. Not making it easy for him at all. Let's look a little further back here. More racing right there. There's Travis Eccles. He's running, I guess you could say, comfortably in the 10th spot. He's 1.1 seconds ahead of Travis Krzyzewski. 1.1 behind Justin Williams. There's Williams, and that's not Carl Rourke. That's not for position. Rourke's in 13th spot, a lap down. Of course, Carl Rourke is in the lucky dog position right now, so if something were to happen, he'd be able to get back on that lead lap. Brian Kozad trying to extend his lead just a little bit, 0.4 of a second to David Meacham. Still holding on there pretty good in that 2nd spot. And they pulled away from Carter there just a little bit. But we'll go ahead and take a little bit look further back in the field. There's Shane Christie. Now he's in the 12th position. He is the last car on the lead lap. And of course, we saw Carl Rourke. He's right there. You know, he is in the lucky dog position. And it's 14 laps to go. Now it just became 13 laps remaining. And you can see, even on track map, the field is starting to spread out once again. And it's almost like, folks, if you were going to make a move on somebody, you almost had to do it at the restart. Because once everybody gets up their head of steam and get their momentum going and get in rhythm, then wherever you're at, whatever pace you have, that's kind of where you're going to be throughout the race there. Krzyzewski been fighting to get back up in that top 10 and fell back just a little bit. And that's Shane Christie right in front of him. Meanwhile, up the front, there's Meacham, and boy, he's really closing in on the 87 once again. It was about 0.4 of a second there, about to be 11 laps to go. Now just barely, just under 0.2 of a second. Well, I tell you, David Meacham, he is hungry too, boy, and he wants a victory. Kozad's been there. Meacham, he wants to get there. And I know he's going to do everything he can to put that 13 across the line first. 11 laps remaining. Kozad, now they both pitted on 93, lap 93, along with Jeff Carter and Bob Johnson and Travis Eccles. Everybody else pitted a bit later. Matthew Dunn actually pitted on lap 101, him and Garrett Kaiser. Shane Christie actually pitted on lap 102. And that must have been during that very last caution. And, Meacham was trying to hang in there. They're coming around. He's across the line. This time it's going to be 9 to go. And, boy, look at how they really stretched themselves out from Jeff Carter. Before we get down to the very end, let's go back and look back one more time. There's Carter pretty much by himself. Matthew Dunn falling back just a little bit. And 0.3 of a second behind Carter. Then we have Bob Johnson. You'd love to catch Matthew Dunn. I think he's going to have to pedal a little harder now to get away from Garrett Kaiser. Kaiser right there trying to close in on him. Now 8 laps remaining. Garrett Kaiser also having a good race here. Well, he'd love to put that 18 car up into the top 5 there. And he's only 1 spot away from doing that too. Bob Johnson is not making it easy. And David Meacham not really making it easy for Brian Kozad either. He still has time, 7 laps remaining. Meacham trying to, now who knows, he may be laying back trying to save what he can with the tires. It's one of them situations where you may get only 1 shot at this. Now they do have 2 attempts at a green-white checker in case something goes wrong, at the white flag or anything like that, or within 2-3 laps to go. So it wouldn't necessarily be over in those last few laps of the race, but we're getting there very quickly now. And David Meacham, he's going to have to dig down in his bag of tricks here and see what he can do. Taking a little experimental peek down there on the inside. Is he trying to pull the trigger right now, see if he can get ahead of him? Or 6 laps to go, it's going to be 5 to go. If he can get ahead of him, boy, he's going to have to drive the wheels off that thing for a few laps. Not quite there just yet. Kozad putting up one heck of a fight to keep the 13 car in that 2nd position. Now Carter, he's still there, about 2 seconds behind the leader there, 2.2 seconds. Now Meacham looked like he was going to try the high side. Who is that in front of them there? I think that's the 22 of Martin and Craig Martin there. They might catch him. I think they're gonna catch him Going down here and there maybe turn 1 here. Oh boy, Meacham almost went high. So nope, can't go there. And they both get by the 22 pretty good though. Let's look a little further back real quick. There's Matthew Chase. How about Levi McFarland? He's there in the 7th position now. And still trying to get back up to that top 5. Bob Johnson's running 6th. And Garrett Kaiser right now doing a pretty good job to hold on to that 5th position. And he did get it. He did get by Johnson. Now he's up into the 5th spot. Right now looking good for a top 5 finish. Meanwhile, up the front, 3 to go. Brian Kozad, oh boy, he's opened it up a little bit now. 0.4 of a second on Meacham. Meacham's definitely falling off just a little bit. And they'll be coming around to the penultimate lap here. Let's look a little further back. There's Krasinski. He's 11 in 11th position. And Travis Eccles, he's 13th. Eccles is, where is he? Oh no, Travis Eccles, did he lose his connection? He's showing out he retired. Oh no, he did so well. Oh man. Okay, Eccles, he's out. There's Matthew Chase. And as we go here to Brian Kozad, coming out of turn 4, he will be coming to the white flag. And there's David Meacham. He's half a second back, and even if he had something for him, I just don't think, there's no way he's going to close up that much in one lap. But he's right there in that 2nd position. Nice, strong finish there for the 13, making their way through turns 3 and 4. And as it comes to the line, checkered flag is in the air, and it's going to be for Brian Kozad. He will be your winner tonight here at Kentucky. Brian Kozad, your winner. As he makes his way around, he'll probably do some celebratory donuts, and we'll go ahead and grab the guys here. And Kozad looks like he's already in Victory Lane channel there. And we'll go ahead and grab Meacham and Carter there. We'll go find them. Okay, Meacham, he's in there. Everybody's jumping in there on their own tonight. That's good. Let's see. Where's Carter at? Looking for Jeff. There he is. We'll move him on up. And, I can't move him up there. They don't have my permission turned on to move him. So we'll have to get somebody else up there to get him up there. Let me see if I can find, let's see. Not sure, I don't know who to ask. I'm looking for an admin here to move him up there. We'll have to talk to somebody about that. But anyway, let's head on down. There he is. He finally got up there. Let's head on down to Victory Lane.
Guys, I don't know.
All right, guys. Okay, folks, we're in Victory Lane here with your top 3. Brian Kozad, David Meacham, and Jeff Carter. Hey, Brian, you got a copy there?
I do.
Hey, man, I tell you, what a kind of a little bit of a strange night. Boy, Lesher, he was putting on a clinic, and then all of a sudden he was gone. And then it was just you and Meacham, man. I tell you guys had a fight there at the end of the race there.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun race. Feel bad for Lesher that his internet ended up having issues. But last week I had issues, he had issues. At least the championship staying interesting. Nobody's pulling away. But my teammate, me and Meacham, we both had a lot of fun in that last green run, trying to see who could pull it out. Definitely a fun race. Kansas is not one of my favorite mile and a halves, but it's my first win, so guess I gotta like it for that.
Oh, 10-4. You mean Kentucky? Here in Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Right. Yeah.
Wrong K.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But congratulations, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my teammates, helping with pit strategy, Shout out to David for giving me some competition there at the end. Fun racing with him. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to you for putting on an amazing broadcast.
10-4, well, congratulations, man. And I tell you, getting ready to go to, where we going next week? Is it
Wilkesboro?
North Wilkesboro, that is, yeah.
For a throwback week. So everybody get ready to see everybody's throwback schemes next week.
All right, yeah, that'll be exciting to see, man. And we'll see you next week, and good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right, see you.
Hey, David, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, like you said, you guys are putting on a good show out there tonight, man. And but you were driving good all night long. You were right up there. I think you're pretty much in the top 3 almost all night long, and survived. Only had the 2 or 3 cautions there, and not a lot of problems really. And but a good strong finish for you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It was fun. I like long green runs personally. It's more strategy. It's more racing. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tell you, I guess it feels more like a marathon when you because I almost was surprised we even had those cars. I think one was a self spin, and then the couple of guys got together, and so it finally happen. I guess some folks could catch their breath there for a little bit. But anybody want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to basically the same thing Kozad said. It was a lot of fun racing him for the win there. I'm happy with P2 first interview. I know Danny's been wanting one, so
Oh yeah.
yeah. Shout out to my whole team. Honestly, been practicing a lot more, and it's paying off. So we're all moving up in points.
All right, 10-4, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week for that short track racing. And I think we said throwback week.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do a throwback livery, so that should be fun.
Oh yeah, we'll be here to see it, and we'll wish you good luck and see you next week.
Awesome, thank you, man.
Hey Jeff, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Hey man, I tell you, you was racing back and forth, and you finally got up there and caught you benefited from somebody else's misfortune and got even a step closer to the front there, man. Congratulations on that 3rd place finish.
Appreciate it. I was hoping they would have another caution because I think I could take them on the short runs, but they had me for sure on the long runs.
Yeah, it seemed like those first handful of laps on any restart, that seems like where everybody, if you had something for somebody, that was where you're going to get it. But everybody started spacing out a little bit or evening out once they, I guess the tires got up to temper and pressure or whatever, and did it seem harder once you really got into your rhythm and after a restart?
Yeah, after about 5 laps, they start getting real tight, and you end up just pushing. If you're not careful, you'll burn them up way too quick. So I think the guys up front were putting us on a clinic, showing us how to save some tires.
10-4, man. But congratulations, finishing 3rd anyway. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Not just these guys in the league. This is only I think my 4th or 5th race, and I'm having fun. These guys, long green flag runs, and everybody does a good job. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. And congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye now. Okay, folks. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. And let's go ahead and bring up the final results here for you. Get those up here. And that is not what I'm looking for. What's going on here? That's what I want. There we go. Brian Kozad, your winner. David Meacham in 2nd position. Jeff Carter 3rd. Matthew Dunn 4th. And in 5th, we have Garrett Kaiser. Bob Johnson 6th. Levi McFarland 7th. Matthew Chase 8th. Justin Williams 9th. Shane Christie rounds out your top 10. Then we have Travis Kwizwinski 11th. Carl Rourke 12th. John Hopley 13th. Kyle Martin 14th. Brian Dobert 15th. Craig Martin 16th. Stephen McComas 17th. Travis Eccles finished up 18th spot. And 19th is David Carter. And boy, just bad luck for Justin Lesher, finishing dead last after absolutely dominating that race. But hey, that's just racing. Anything can happen there. And as always, we thank you for joining us here round 12. And like I said, they'll be having a throwback week next week. So everybody get ready for that. And for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.